Okay, so our second video is going to be about the subject information, and that's something you can find it here by clicking this tab, and you will find the subject information. However, you know that this subject is going to have 6 credit points, and we're going to have the results as grades, no marks. That's mean pass P up to 65, 65 to 75, you will get C. 75 till 85 is going to be D, and 85 and above is going to be uh, H. Uh, if you are exchange student, talk to me later, and we will manage on how we're going to support you with the marks, not grade. Um, the total workload hours is going to be about 150 hours. The overview about the subject, as we mentioned earlier, is just to introduce you to the engineering materials and their physical properties, their integration with the design process, and you will learn about the principle of the various manufacturing processes. We're going to talk mainly about the casting because casting is always going to be the first manufacturing process we're going to go with any material we have. The forming, the machining, the joining, the powder metrology, and so on. Subject learning outcomes, or what called the SOL, and this is something set by the university based on the Engineering Australia recommendations. Identify and select the materials based on the suitability of the physical properties and the environmental conditions. Second, recommend the manufacturing processes that are going to be the best suited to producing the simple artifacts and the machine elements. Third, they select and they apply all the materials and manufacturing processes that are going to be suitable for the design of the particular component. The teaching we have and teaching and learning strategies we are going to have for this one. I think that we're already talking about this one earlier. We're going to have online learning materials for each module. We are going to have weekly forms, which is going to be the lecture or the Q&A session. We have weekly tutorials and the lab classes. Students are expected to complete the online learning materials, read the required textbook, and contribute into the any class activities. The feedback will be provided during the tutorials and the lab classes where the students are going to be required to actively participate in various learning activities facilitated by the tutors. Okay, so we're going to have one of the lab is going or the metrology labs, of course, going to be 2 weeks, 2 and 4, and later we're going to talk about some case studies for the casting processes and the machining processes. And later we're going to have some hands-on experience on how to build an artifact, which is going to be the vertical axis wind turbines. So during all these sessions, you're going to have an opportunity to ask and apply many of the manufacturing processes that are available within the industrial. We are going to have the passable quiz will be undertaken after the week number 7. Actually, this should be changed because we're going to have 3 quizzes. The main quiz is going to be into 3 quizzes, so I will update this one very soon. Okay. Anyway, you should score 80% in total in every one of the quizzes in order to pass the subject. The mini project will be undertaken by the group students. Feedback will be provided through the direct engagement with the teaching team, where the student provide the details of their project approaches. And this will be assessed through the professional technical report provided by the student and pre-presentation demonstrating their work. The topic, you can find this topic on the modules we're going to have here. Not all the modules are open at the moment. We're going to have topics about the fundamentals of all the materials, including the metals, the polymers, the ceramics, and the composites. Some important topics related to the manufacturing processing, including the surface roughness and the measurement, the friction, the wear and the lubrication, the heat treatment, and the surface treatment. Also, the principle of manufacturing and processing, including the casting, the forming, the machining, the joining, and the powder metrology. Maybe these names are new for you, but that's something you're going to learn within the subject running. Also, we're going to talk about advanced manufacturing processes, including the additive manufacturing processing and the subtractive machining by doing the CAD-CAM, which is first time to be applied this semester. The reading list can be found here. It's going to be mainly about the two books that I explained to you earlier in the previous video. If you are going to require it for any required assistance, for example, financial assistance, you can simply go to the UTS Financial Assistance and ask for that. Some questions and the concerns you can ask, just reach me. Okay, reach me at any time, and I'm going to be more than happy to answer you. Now we go into the next part, which is going to be the assessment for this subject. Okay, away from what we're going to have right now, once again, we're going to have 3 quizzes in total, again, to be the main quiz of the 60 marks. You should achieve at least 80% to pass it. 80% in the pass level quiz of the subject. Then we're going to have the mini project reports, which something you have to do, something like 2 reports. It's don't mention here. Totally is going to be 40%. We're going to have one of them is going to be 15 marks, the other one is going to be 25 marks. And doesn't matter if you pass the quiz, you don't have to do the mini project report. It's going to be something up to you. The academic integrity is going to be very important in this subject. Using of the AI should be minimized. I mean, don't use the AI to cheat because it's not going to be something good. And everything else you can find it in the coursework assessment policy. Just go through this stuff, and this will be very useful for you to have a look at. Now, later we're going to have groups, and you can find the groups through the people part. Later you're going to generate the groups for the projects, and you can add yourself to it from here. Okay, so we're going to have 2 set of the groups. One of them is going to be for the mini project, the other one is going to be for the wind turbine project. Okay, so that's it. The rest of the things, I mean the module number 1, is what we're going to talk about starting from tomorrow. That's week number 1 materials. You can have an access to it. And as you can see that we don't have any tutorial this week, but starting from next week, we're going to have tutorial, some example of problems, and we're going to have a look through. Also, by the end of the week, I'll send you some useful resources where you can practice for the metrology lab. Remember that the attendance on the metrology lab is compulsory. You should be there, otherwise you're not going to be able to take the quiz. Okay, thank you very much.